2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Mount Hawthorn or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Hey-oh.
Good morning, gang. Again, we're split amidst 3 cities. How you doing, Ash? I can see you've got the surf in the background.
I'm good. I was going to say we're like a breakfast television show, aren't we? You know, when something hits and we have reporters all over the place.
Except we're dry
we're just at
and
home.
not miserable.
Yeah.
We're radio
On
after
location. What's it like on the Gold Coast this morning? It's fine. Like, I don't know if you can see those trees behind me, but they're hardly blowing in the breeze.
Well,
Like
we've
it's a
got
still
blowy
morning.
trees. We've got blowy trees, but nothing too outrageous yet.
Yeah, Brisbane's windy, but a bit of rain at the moment. But I wouldn't say it's Armageddon at this point. I think the latest tracking data from the Bureau released about an hour ago showed that Alfred would strike Moreton Island as a Category 1 system just before 4 a.m. Saturday. With the
When did it get downgraded, Lutzi?
Well, it hasn't been.
There was a time
I don't know.
yesterday they were saying, it'll go up to a Cat 3, and then it was like, no, it's going to stay a Cat 2, but
Yeah.
that's the first I've heard of a Cat 1.
Yeah, well, I reckon by the time it hits landfall, it'll be Cat 1. That's the latest data, which again was like an hour ago.
It was saying that on because we've got the Google Earth tracking thing on our TV most of the day, and we've been watching it go Cat 2, Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 1. It's been changing on the screen.
Right.
So, yeah, it kind of makes me more afraid of what's going on in world politics than Alfred at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the news yet, but it's all a bit crazy over in Europe.
No,
Yeah,
Holy heck.
Maybe we can
it's
talk
going
about
a bit mental, isn't it?
A little bit.
And we got the
It's kicking
Broncos.
off.
It's not all
Bronx.
doom and gloom. And
I saw that.
Alfred may have failed to deliver, but the Broncos have started on fire. That was
That's
outstanding. Was it 50
That's
to
a
14?
second pantsing. Yeah, they just keep kicking butt.
What do you mean?
Well, no, in their trial game they smashed.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
where it counts. So this is round 1. This is where you want to see it.
It's a bad day to have a boss that goes for the Roosters, I will say that. Whenever we
Yeah, I texted Buzz last night.
They're going to struggle.
At some
I think.
stage.
They're going to struggle.
Oh, is Buzz a Rooster supporter?
But don't hold that
against
him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Could be a tough year for
dear.
them. They're still, watch the Matty John show after it. They're still bagging Maguire.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah.
Good.
What for?
Keep
I'm
hammering
still
us.
saying that's what he did. What's his name? Chalmers and not Fletch, the other one.
Oh, yeah.
What's his freaking name?
Heine.
Oh, yeah, that
Heine-
one.
Heine.
That one.
So, no, he did it. You know, he did it at South. He did it at the Tigers. He peaks them too early, and they run out of gas.
Well,
So
you're
they're
damned
saying
if you do and you're damned
a
if you
50-point
don't.
victory in round 1. They're going, no, he's got him too fit.
Yes.
He's too fit. Calm down.
We wanted something
like-
in the middle.
It's like when you start dating a guy and you look really good to start with. You shouldn't do that. No, you've got to lower their expectations early.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I just read a news story that the Sunrise crew got robbed live on air while they were reporting on crime rates soaring in the area.
Oh, no. Whereabouts were they?
I'm just clicking on the link now. Hang on. I'm getting
be
news
Western
as
Sydney
we are
for sure.
delivering news.
Has
Let
this
me have
ever
a look.
happened this morning?
I believe so. A 7 reporter and his camera crew have been robbed live on air during a cross. Where is it? Adelaide's Rundle Mall.
Adelaide.
That's during the festival.
Yeah,
Really?
I think.
That run on
I
More's a weird
think.
joint.
Oh yeah. I can see people tackling one another. After the cross, he's gone to the light. Hang on. Wait. Just looks like someone. Oh, he's taken the camera. That's hilarious. Some hobo's just gone and taken one of the spare cameras and walked off.
Yeah, that run on More's weird. That's where you'd go if you were shooting, you know. Like we used to do some filming for the footy show. We'd go to some pretty weird spaces. That Parramatta Mall
We
was
went to
one.
Parramatta once, yeah.
Just where you'd go just to get that extra. that
the
extra
cross section.
the
It used to be
cross-section of
King's
society.
Cross,
Yeah.
but King's Cross got trendy,
No, yeah.
and now it's just full of gays with nice apartments they've renovated.
It really is, yeah.
It is.
Wall's a weird joint.
Yeah, Rundle's
what-
such a hodgepodge.
What's happening in the world sense that you were talking about before?
Oh, Macron's gone and thrown his
Who's he,
weight
France?
around. France, yeah. So he's gone and said he'll use nuclear weapons against Russia. And now everyone's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And Musk has
Where
gone
did
and
that come
tweeted.
from? Settle down, son.
I know. I think Europe, they're forming an allegiance, but they're all a bit like, rah, rah, rah. And it's weird seeing Trump
They've got
and
such a
Elon
history
going
of getting
settle
on
down.
so well, the Europeans as well.
Yes.
You know, it makes me glad when I wake up in the morning and we're on Australia and we're just not connected to any countries. That sounds bad, but the Pacific Ocean is our best friend.
Yeah, that's our superpower. We're so far from all these lunatics at the moment.
And we don't have the population too, so we kind of like we're just down there and forget about us. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I feel. It's like I'm happy
it's like
with that.
it's like being on Brisbane radio. Like, we're just here in Brisbane. Just forget about us, Sydney.
Yeah.
We're all right. You don't need to look at us, all the bosses. Just you got bigger fish to fry. Look at Melbourne. They're going
Flying
shit
under
house.
the radar is a very, very good thing. But yeah, so that's kicking off. And then Elon Musk has said that Ukraine need to have an emergency election because he thinks Zelensky would be chucked out by his people because they don't want this. And then I think Ukraine and America are meeting in Saudi Arabia to have peace talks. Like, it's just gone nuts. And this is all in overnight, like 12 hours. It's all just
And
gone.
you just had Trump and J.D. Vance lecture Zelensky when he came over to the States. So it seems like it's a pretty volatile situation, doesn't it?
It's like they all think they're in Love Actually at the moment. You know the scene where Hugh Grant stands up to, what's his face? The guy who was married to Angelina Jolie. Billy Bob Thornton, is that
Billy
his
Bob
name?
Thornton.
Yes.
Was he in that?
Yeah.
He was the president of the US, wasn't he? Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
He
there
was
might be
too. Billy Bob Thornton was the president of the
President.
US and Love Actually. I'd actually forgotten that.
And Hugh Grant says, "Didn't you wear your girlfriend's blood at the red carpet?"
No, his sister's
once?"
blood.
Your sister's
Wasn't
blood.
it? Someone's
Oh,
blood?
no, I
Who
thought it was Angelina. They
No, it
had a
was
blood
Angelina's.
pact. Yeah, they
Yes,
both had a
Angelina's
vial of blood.
Yes, they wore each other's blood on the red
But you know
carpet.
what? That's
And now
less
you're the
outrageous. That's less outrageous than the president we've got now, funnily enough. But, yeah, anyway, I just think we need to send some nanas over to Europe and America, and just nanas should negotiate. Don't you think?
You think that'll figure
You
it
reckon
out?
they'd sort it out?
Yeah, just send nanas.
Well, no, don't send Ash's nana to the Middle East. She had some very strong thoughts about
Oh,
that.
she used to have some terrible thoughts.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Recommendation Station. Recommendation Station.
Oh, we're back. We're on.
We're back and
chatting.
on. But we're going to be locked up over the weekend, and so you thought you've been watching something good, Nikki? You want to
good
recommend
call,
something for...
good call.
Yes, I want to recommend a show. Given that the theme is International Women's Day tomorrow, I binge-watched Kate Hudson's new series,
Oh,
Running
the
Point.
basketball one. Yeah, Running
The
Point.
basketball one, yeah, where she ends up by her dad dies. He's the president of the Waves, which is a basketball team, and then her brother ends up in rehab, and she has to take over the whole business. And it's just great. I've been loving it. And she's really funny, and it's really tight. It's beautifully crafted. It's an
Is it a
easy
comedy, Nikki,
watch.
or is it
Yes,
a drama?
it's a comedy.
Right.
So it's a bit like Emily in Paris, but with basketball. It's the best way I could describe it. But as a chick, it's always nice to see, because it's based on a real story. And the executive producer is the woman featured. She was the president of the Waves. And it's just nice to see what she went through and what they're up against. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would give it
What is
5
the
out of
Waves?
5. Waves, is it,
I've heard of
what,
them.
like, what, where?
Was it real? Waves was a real team, you said?
No, they're made up, but it's a real
I thought
story.
you said the producer was the actual person.
Yeah, no, I think it's based on a real team, but they've called them the Waves for the sake of,
Is
I
it
don't know.
NBA or you don't know?
Oh, I don't know that. They're the details.
It's basketball.
Look,
David.
she's going to end up with the coach. They're going to have a snog. Like, honestly,
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to work out whether.
I love the way you're trying to work out the code and working out if you can, like, bet on
I
them.
didn't realise it was a true story.
Well, it was a true story. I was wondering if there was an NBA. That's a pretty cool story if it's NBA. Well, it's a cool
I don't
story,
know if
isn't
it was the NBA. Is it the NBA? Do they go into playoffs? I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's the big one in America.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's the NBA.
Did she own the Lakers in real life?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is that what it was?
I feel like this
Who
is
did
a
she
Mitch
own?
Google search right
Mitch,
now.
get on
Somebody find that out.
Nicky, you came in hard saying, I watched this show and I recommend it 5 out of 5. And
Well, exactly. I'm just saying. I think at some point did they mention the word NBA?
Look, I don't get bogged down in facts. You don't want the truth to ruin a good story. I just really
I
enjoyed
need to
it.
find out. Well, yeah, well, that's good because I watched. Mine's also basketball, by the way. If I had a recommendation for the next couple of days, is Courts of Gold, which is they follow 4 teams, basketball teams, through the Paris Olympics last year. Sadly, not the Australian Boomers, but they follow. I think it's France, Serbia, obviously the USA, and Canada.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Weren't you saying there was a great moment between the coach and...
Steph Curry.
Curry?
So you got
Yeah.
this crazy sort of insight into... this intimate insight into Steph Curry, also Kevin Durant and LeBron James that I found pretty rare. You know, just like sitting around behind the scenes, what they were like.
I love that stuff,
at
yeah.
the Olympics, which is pretty rare to see that. And I got to say, Steph Curry to me stands out like just pretty extraordinary. And just when they won, the coach Steve Kerr, I think it's Steve Kerr. That's
Yeah,
right,
he used to play. Remember, he used to play for the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, I think he won a couple of
Jordan?
MVPs himself back in the day.
Yeah, it's a great player.
He has this great moment with Steph Curry after they win gold where he just says, he basically hugs him. They're mic'd up, on the court. And he says, you were just one of the most impressive people I'll ever meet in my life in every facet of your existence. Just saying that Steph Curry is just the consummate human.
Hey, she was in the news a few years ago, wasn't she, Steph Curry? Wasn't she? Didn't they try and beat her up? Am I watching?
Yeah, that's what happened. They tried to beat her up.
Was it in the reverse?
What?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what the truth was.
Okay, all right. Meanwhile, LeBron James.
But she's a great player. That's all I'm saying.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
The Noosa Eat and Drink Festival. 4 days of flavour, fun and pure Noosa magic. May 29 to June 1. Book at noosaeatdrink.com.au.
Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne's Tastings on Hastings.
I feel like this is the first really big prize of 2025 that we've given away.
Yeah. Definitely.
Every
It's a
day
good
this
one.
week, someone has gone into the draw. So we've got 4 contestants who should be standing by because it's a 5-ring willy, and if you don't pick up within those 5 rings, we'll move on to somebody else.
Damn. Oh, yeah, we've got Lockie standing side of phone right now, ready to pounce if that was to happen as well. But this is a great prize, though. I've been raving on about this. It's the...
Should we wait until we get the winner, Lutzi, and then
Yeah.
you can tell them everything they've just picked up?
Yeah, we will. This is the Noosa Eat and Drink Festival. This is coming up May 29 to June 1. You can still book at noosaeatdrink.com.au, but if you got someone there, Lockie, we're going to ring.
Here we go.
Okay, he's pressing
Who are
go.
we calling?
1 ring.
1. These are long rings too.
Hello.
Georgie!
Hello.
Georgie!
Yes.
Georgie from Brassel.
Yes, I am.
Geez, I had some cross-country highlights in Brassel, Georgie. I won't get into them now, but I think Ash Bradham did as well. We did very well in cross-country out there.
Georgie, can I
Is
just
it Ash
say,
Lutzi
I
and
did
Nikki
very
here?
well at Brassel as well, in the mud at Brassel.
That's where we thrived in Brassel, Georgie.
Yep.
In the mud of Brassel. And
Georgie,
Sam-
you'd be very interested to know that David and I shared almost identical cross-country GPS.
records.
Yes.
Not
Oh,
records.
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's-
cool.
That is pretty cool.
Anyway, you're probably wondering why we're ringing you.
Yes. Well, yes, I am, because I always try to get into the radio and I can never get in. I did get in the other day, so they said that I think the draw's this morning, but I'm not sure because of the things that are going on. So
Well, Georgie, you had 5 rings to answer the phone to win the Noosa Tastings on Hastings package, and you answered after 3. You are our winner.
Hey now, Georgie.
From Victoria. I don't even know how to get to Noosa.
Oh, my God.
Just follow the other Victorians.
You don't even know who we are, do you? This is great.
You
didn't really introduce yourself. You just started talking about stuff, random stuff, and she's like, "Who dis? New phone?
No.
Who dis?"
Well, she's from
my
Brassel.
God.
It says on the screen.
I've moved to Brassel, from Victoria.
Oh, Brassel. Yeah.
It's the cross-country mecca is what you've moved to.
Oh, well, I'm with you guys because I hold the shot put back home still at the high school.
Respect that.
Yeah, good.
See, I knew we had common ground.
We know an athlete. We can recognise an athlete.
Damn straight.
Oh, I'll run to Noosa. How far is it?
Oh, it's not that far. You could easily run from Brassel. But have a look at the... when you get there, you'll get 4 nights stay at the Noosa RACV in a 3-bedroom apartment. Daily breakfast.
That's a good joint.
Have you got a family? You got a tribe at all? Or what do you got going on?
I've got 3 beautiful kids.
This
they're going to love
accommodation
this.
Up
I'm
there.
not taking them.
No,
You can, but you can, and they'll be taken care of. They've got the coolest facilities up there. Oh, you sorted it out, but it's unreal. It's so good.
Oh my God!
Let her take whatever she
I can't
wants.
believe it.
You get 2 tickets to the official opening party on Friday night. There's 2 tickets to the Festival Village with the Shandon Lounge sessions each day, Saturday and Sunday, and 2 tickets to the Head of Noosa dinner as well, and the $200 petrol voucher to get you there as well, so you don't have to run. It's valued at over $5,000. That is amazing. The Noosa Eat and Drink Festival. This is
so
Oh
good.
my God!
So good.
I'm so happy.
Good
You're
on
just
you.
going to have to sort a babysitter, Georgie, because all of those events are going to kick off in the evening.
Oh no, they're not. I've got a daughter that's nearly 18, 16 and 13.
Semantics.
I'll
Sorted.
leave them with
Who cares? It's rock
Who
and
cares?
roll.
They'll be right.
You'll be right, Georgie. It's all about you. Fantastic. You're the
I've been to a
winner.
festival. Woohoo!
Oh, what a way to do it. Congrats, Georgie.
Yeah.
You're heading along.
Thank
and
you.
as Lutzi said, you can book still at noosaeatdrink.com.au, the Noosa Eat and Drink Festival.
It's going to be huge.
Fun and pure Noosa magic, May 29 to June 1st.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Mount Hawthorn or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
A lot of people obviously waking up this morning going, okay, where are we at here? Where is Alfred? Is it still category 2? Can I go to work? What do I do with the kids? All that sort of business. So we thought we'd get the man at the top, Adrian Schrinner, Lord Mayor Adrian Schrinner, on once again to get the absolute latest Lord Mayor. And they're saying now it looks like the latest forecast suggesting that Alfred would strike Moreton Island as a category 1 just before 4 a.m. Saturday now, with the system slowing again overnight to just 3 kilometres an hour. Where's that put us as far as today, mate, and anything different from what we spoke to you yesterday?
No, look, yeah, we'll see strong winds gearing up today as it gets closer. It is slow, but slow also brings a bit of an extra risk as well, because once it comes through, a slow-moving cyclone and rain system can bring more rain to a concentrated area. So if it moves fast, the rain is spread out over a bigger area. But if it's going slow, it can dump more rain in a particular spot. So obviously that's a concern. The other thing is the damaging eye of the cyclone is still coming through towards Brisbane. And so if you've seen the maps, you'll see there's this kind of jelly bean, a red jelly bean on the maps that's been moving through. Well, that jelly bean is coming right across Brisbane, so it's still on track to come across Brisbane. People will be seeing on the TV maybe the damage that's happening in northern New South Wales and the Gold Coast. And they're thinking, oh, have we missed it? Well, no, it's that sort of thing is coming to us. It's just that the Gold Coast and northern New South Wales have been hit first. And so a lot of trees coming down, a lot of people without power, bits of roofing coming off, a lot of stuff happening there. You'll see that, and that'll continue to gear up as well as this thing moves closer.
Has it dropped to a Cat 1, though?
No, not at this stage. They're still saying Cat 2, and, we'll keep an eye on it, but we're preparing for Cat 2. There's a very minimal risk it'll be a Cat 3, so we're expecting Cat 2 is the most likely.
So where is the most reliable source to get this information? Like, we're all looking at maps all over the shop. They're popping up on Instagram and Facebook. Where do we look for the map so we know?
Yeah, look, I would recommend the BOM, so the Bureau of Meteorology, and their app. If you don't have their app on your phone, it's a really useful tool, and they also can directly notify you of warnings. Also, if you're not signed up to your council alert system, that's an opportunity to do that as well. Most councils have voluntary alert systems that you can sign up to. You can find that on the Brisbane City Council website and sign straight up. So, yeah, BOM for weather, and then for other things as well, your council website. Each council has an emergency dashboard on the front of their website, which gives you the key information you need to see.
So
I was just going to ask about, there's a lot of people sweating bullets over flights on the weekend. One of my friends thinks she's going to fly out on Sunday morning from Brisbane Airport. Do you know what the situation is with with flights and the airport, Brisbane Airport?
Yeah, well, look, flights have stopped now. I think there might be a very small number of flights coming in and out, but last time I checked, they'd mainly stopped and everything had been cancelled. Wind speeds of what we're experiencing, just not safe for planes to take off and land. And so you'll mainly just see emergency flights happening, the life flight helicopter and that sort of thing, but no other commercial flights. I don't know how long that'll be the case. I know it's devastating. A lot of people, they've planned trips months and months ago. They're ready to go, and they're just, this changes everything. So it's a devastating thing, but you can only fly if you're safe to. And right now, it is not safe to land and take off at the Brisbane Airport.
No.
And is there any, what's the latest data on this rain event, Lord Mayor? Like, are we looking at sort of a spread now from today, tomorrow through Sunday?
Yeah, so we're expecting to see the most rain on Saturday, so tomorrow, and that comes through after the heaviest wind comes through. So tomorrow morning, when the cyclone's expected to make landfall in Brisbane, you will see then following that heavy rain coming through. So first the wind, then the rain, and so we can expect once the worst part of the wind is over, you'll see then potentially flash flooding.
Right. Okay. All right. So again, it's coming. It's still Category 2. Stay on course for what we were preparing for 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Don't get complacent. I think that's the moral of the story.
Exactly. Yeah, look, absolutely. So not much has changed other than this has slowed down. So all of the warnings still apply. All of the concerns that people had still apply. It's coming slower than everyone anticipated. So it's not weaker. It's just slower.
Right, Lord Mayor, like everyone else, stay safe over the weekend.
Thank you. Same to you guys.
The Ash Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I hope everyone in their cars and at home are listening in right now, because this is the biggest deal that's happened since I started radio. I've been teasing all week. It's been the longest bit of radio foreplay I've ever done, and it's time to finally reveal my big fat secret. Go on, Mitch. Hit the button.
Here on Nova, we're famous for changing the lives of our Brisbane listeners. From experiences...
Tash, you're heading to Viva!
to cars...
Samantha out of Kalinga, good morning.
She won!
and everything in between.
$50,000!
But there's one thing that's been in the wilderness for years. Until now. Because Brisbane's favourite way to win 50k is back. Ash Lutzi and Nikki Osborne's $50,000 Mystery Voices. For fresh new voices, all connected to Nikki in some way. So, are you ready to hear the voices for the first time?
I listen to
Nova.
Guess them in the correct order and a guaranteed $50,000 is yours. So, ready to win? Monday morning, 7:10 is your first chance to have a guess.
So what you looking for?
That's right. 50 grand is up for grabs, and I'm enjoying the power because the boys don't know who these voices are, so they will be as perplexed as anyone listening. What we know is that the voices are all kind of connected to me in some way. So
Right. Now, do you know the voices, Nikki? Have you
know
chosen the
them.
voices?
I helped our producer Buzz choose them. So there's a very small circle of trust, and nobody else knows.
I think this is the first time one of the on-air people have known the voices. Like, traditionally, they don't tell us, because what we tend to do, or what I would tend to do, is get drunk on the weekend and tell a bunch of people.
I think that's why they've given it to me.
Yeah, well, well, hang on. You say you're a loosey-goosey, so what are the chances you're going to get pissed this weekend and tell a bunch of people?
Because I'm at home and I can't see anyone.
Okay.
How do you know you won't blurt the answer out?
You can blurt it out.
That's the
I
other
mean,
thing.
usually no one knows.
I don't want to know the
Neither
secrets
do I.
because then if I
can't blame
do it,
me.
it's like I didn't know.
Exactly.
I didn't know.
I'm not a blurter, Ash.
Well, just give us one. Give it. I'm not suggesting
Well, you're not a blurter.
but-
I'm suggesting she's a blurter. She knows every bloody rumour going around in the country. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's true. Normally, my idea.
You are good for the
This is my
gossip.
risk.
You're good for the gossip.
Yes.
Look, I am kind of the entertainment mafia when it comes to that, but this is my secret, and I'm really good at keeping other people's secrets.
Okay.
Mine, I usually... Hey, wait, that.
Yeah, that doesn't
Take
work.
that back.
Hang on.
I'm not gonna-
Yeah. Have you told
Basically-
Jeremy? Have you told
Yeah,
Jeremy?
you can't
No.
tell Jeremy.
No, I can't. No, I'm not telling
No, I know
Jeremy.
she can't. I'm just getting clarification
Right.
that she hasn't.
No, I
No,
haven't
so
told
you're
Jeremy.
you're completely tight-lipped. It's
Can't tell your
you
kids.
and Buzz.
Yes. Yes. No one will know.
Righto.
I don't know. I know, it's a big responsibility, isn't it?
So we can't even play the... Can we play the voices yet, or we got to wait till Monday for the voices, Mitchie?
No, we can have a listen.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's
kill that
listen.
music.
Okay,
Kill that
the
music.
Here we go.
I listen to
Nova.
Right, so can you at least... It's not like Auntie Dorothy, is it? Like, it's someone that people... will
No.
know.
It's people that people would know.
Right.
So, yeah.
Are they
not-
people that you've mentioned so far on the show? Of the four voices, how many times have you mentioned their names on the show so far?
I think they've all had a mention at some point.
We're going to get a lot.
I'm just waiting.
We're going to get
I'm waiting for Buzz to run in going, tell
I
her,
know.
shut up,
Yeah.
she's giving too much information.
Okay, so you have mentioned their names, just for clarification.
I say nothing.
We're 2 minutes into this and
I
you're
know.
starting to crumble.
We're going to have one by the end of this break.
Look, it's not Steph Curry, okay?
It's not Steph. It's not Steph Curry.
Okay.
Can we hear it again?
Here we go.
I listen to
Nova.
Oh, hang on.
I listen to
Nova.
What are you picking up?
The second
It's
voice.
woman, man. Is that?
Well, I don't know
is
what
it?
they represent as man in this day. and
Go,
age.
go again.
I listen to
Nova.
The second voice sounds familiar, but I didn't know that you knew this guy. And because if it was just random voices,
Ah, right.
yeah, I mean, I can speculate because I don't know. I can have some fun with it.
Go again.
The second voice to me, it's got a real Alec Baldwin sound about it.
Oh, yeah.
I listen
Go
to Nova.
again.
Listen.
I listen to
Nova.
Listen.
Oh, that does sound Alec
it
Baldwin
does,
like,
doesn't
Mitch.
Yeah.
That's all I can hear now. Play that one more time.
I listen to
Nova.
Yeah.
Listen.
And you know, and Nikki's probably, she's...
Listen to me.
she's
I'm not
watched-
turning off my words with friends.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
when he was on the airplane?
That's right. Yeah. Nikki's well travelled. She's knows actors and all sorts of stuff. So
Do you have a connection with Alec Baldwin?
yeah, do you?
I have rubbed shoulders with people. Alec Baldwin, no. However, I've got a banging joke about him, which I can't say on air because it's probably the most offensive joke I ever do
probably-
on stage, so I won't say that
Probably
one.
don't drop that one there.
Podcast. Drop it in the podcast.
I don't think I can even say it in the podcast.
Oh, okay.
I did a Jim Jeffries special and they even cut that one out, even though
Oh, really?
that was the one that hit the hardest.
Well, Jim Jeffrey said that's a bit much.
Yes. So,
Okay.
Right,
yeah, that one. Well, I'll keep that one away from Nova.
So when's the first time that people can have a guess then?
7:10 on Monday morning. But don't forget, you're playing for 50K if you get them all right. But if you get one right in the correct order, you win $1,000.
Oh wow! Okay, that's great. Okay, so one right. So that gives people a chance to think. I don't know the four. So just have a red hot crack at one of them at least, and you can win the $1,000.
But 50 grand, that's a lot.
Okay, here we go.
I listen to
Nova.
Listen.
Nova. That's an Australian at the end, I think.
It's got Kylie Minogue sort of feel about it. But, something like that.
I'm not even going to pull faces. I just like...
Very good.
The problem I have is my husband always says...
You're a blurter.
You can always tell if I'm lying or whatever because my face says everything.
Yeah, right.
I've got the worst poker face on the planet. So when we're doing this, when I'm in studio, I will have to hold like a towel over my head or something because I'll give too much away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
my face says everything.
I've played it 6 or 7 times. That's good.
We'll have it in the podcast. You can sit there and re-listen to it over the weekend. Podcast. First crack, 7 o'clock, Monday morning.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
This is Ash vs. Nikki fighting it out over astrology.
Oh, the drone music.
Nikki, I'm interested in what the stars say, like as an astrology skeptic. Was that how you would describe it? Whether or not the stars, whether they've got the cyclone sort of theme
it's a
to
very
their
good
predictions
point.
for
Very
this
good
week,
point.
because it is a rare week, I guess, that regardless of our star signs, for everyone here in our neck of the woods, it's been about one thing this week, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. Old Alfred.
It
and
has
so
been about
what do the
Alfred.
stars say?
Well, Libra,
Yes.
your weekly horoscope from last week. So the week that's been, this was last Sunday, the prediction.
Yeah.
Wait, why is it Sunday? It was meant to be Saturday. This is your love forecast.
Damn
Okay.
This is embarrassing.
This is not what it's meant to be.
Hang on, this is my love forecast.
Okay, this is your love forecast
All right,
for the
okay.
week, not the actual...
Trying to think back, yes.
All right, here we go. You will find yourself at a crossroads of decisions and you're dealing with a series of challenging issues. Well, you kind of are. You have to tape up your windows, am I right? But that's kind of everybody. Fair call. You didn't even say anything. I'm just disproving everything I'm saying right now.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Remember, change can come at you fast, but this month you've got a choice. Life isn't as simple as we'd like it to be. With your ruler Venus in retrograde, if you reflect on what's most important to you and decide to make the most of what's good in your world, you can achieve great things. How does that feel?
Oh, I didn't know I had Venus in my retrograde, but that explains a few things.
It's better than when it's in
If
your
I look
anus.
back-
You're going to prolapse Venus?
If I look back on the week that was.
Let me give you a little heads up what Venus in retrograde means.
Yeah,
okay?
because if I can be honest, I didn't hear anything past that. I kind of, my mind kind of stopped at Venus retrograde, and I was just pondering on that.
You're like, I need
didn't
to see
hear
a
the rest
doctor
of
and
it.
check that out.
Yeah, pain persist.
Yeah.
It reminded me of
Okay.
being back at school at the moment, actually. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, what do we got?
When Venus is in retrograde, it is a time of reflection, such as old relationships revisiting past values and reevaluating attitudes towards money. Venus retrograde in Aries shines a light on your one-on-one connections, inviting you to reassess your relational patterns, especially with those who teach you that opposites attract. You are prioritizing harmony at the expense of honesty. Oh.
Yeah, everyone does that.
It sounds like I'm in for a busy weekend.
What?
It
In what
does.
way? What does it mean?
I have no idea what it means.
No, you don't.
I literally don't understand what you're
He's
talking
been married
about.
for 100 years.
Yeah.
We're doing
Is
a
this
love
to do with
thing
my
him.
love life? It sounds like I'm
He
going
hasn't
to a
got a
menage a
love.
trois coming up on the weekend. I've been married since 2001.
You're going to throw it out wide in a cyclone? This seems high risk.
Is it me? Is Jodie and Aries kicking it out wide? I don't know what's going on, Nikki.
She's gone for
To
a
be
run
fair,
this
neither
morning.
do I.
She
'cause I've
reckons
been-
she's gone for a run. Jodie!
Who goes for a run in a cyclone?
Yes.
Come on!
Look, basically, it's saying that
Has she
you're
got Venus in her retrograde, or what's going on with her?
No, she's got Venus in your anus at the moment, and you need to take this seriously.
Don't bring your anus into it.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
It's International Women's Day tomorrow. You wouldn't know it because all we're talking about is a giant dude who's hanging around off the coast. But it is the time to celebrate women and their achievements. So I thought I'd do a little themed quiz segment for you boys. Let's start with...
Do you want some quiz music?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it. Woo! I like that. Okay.
Yes.
First thing I have is a riddle. Riddle me this. A doctor and their son go fishing together, but the doctor isn't his dad. Who is the doctor?
Say again. What?
A doctor and their son go fishing together, but the doctor isn't his dad. So who is the doctor?
The mum.
Yes, well done, Ash Bradham.
I had no idea.
It's funny, interesting because it kind of shows up gender stereotyping.
Well, I may have fell victim to that. I don't know, but it was just the fact that you prefaced it with International Women's Day. I was looking for the connection. If I'm being honest, I was looking.
Of course.
I was like, okay. So, do you know what I mean? I think that helped me a little bit.
Yeah, if I'd done it just completely out of context during footy finals, I don't know that anyone would have got that one. But you know, I did it with my friends yesterday afternoon, and they're all of my age. None of them got it.
Yeah, but did you preface it with the International Women's Day?
No, I didn't. But then I did it with my son in the car. He got it straight away. So there you go. Our younger generation, we're improving. All right, next question. I'm going to rattle off some questions. What year could women in the UK no longer be refused service at a bar just because they weren't accompanied by a man?
What year could they no longer be refused service?
Yes.
Well,
when could a woman get a drink on her own?
Well, I know that in Brisbane it was mate. When was that though? That was in my brain that was the 70s.
No, it had to be. Would have been before that.
60s,
I'll say the 1960s.
1962. I'll say.
Nope, it was in my lifetime, 1982.
In the UK.
Next one.
UK. Yeah, they're so backward over there, aren't they?
Okay.
When were we in Australia? We don't know.
Well, that was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Our women have been drinking in pubs for heaps longer.
I mean, our women have been pulling beers since 1912.
That's it.
No, we
in
haven't.
what year was domestic violence criminalised in Switzerland?
Well, this is going to be ridiculous, isn't it? So I'm going to say it was 1991.
Ash?
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll go 91 as well. How's that?
2004.
Come on.
Those bastards. Where is that? Switzerland?
That's Switzerland, which surprised me.
Yes. Never going there again.
In what year did women gain the legal right to own property in Ireland?
Well, this will be brutal, this one, I reckon.
The Irish, This is your neck of the woods, David. This is your sort of alma mater, isn't it?
I mean,
stomping ground. So
all Dad's cousins are men. They're all men as far as I can say. But I'm going to say this was in the late 90s.
What, that they could own property? No, surely not. No,
I feel like they're all kind of extreme, these cases. Yeah.
I'll say the 50s.
Okay. 1976.
Okay, right in the middle.
In the middle.
Okay, how about this one? In what year did Saudi Arabia grant women the right to drive?
Oh, that was 4 days ago, I'm going to say. No, I'm going to say 2014.
You're not far off there,
What was it?
It's 2018.
18?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
You
madness,
could go and do
isn't it?
donuts out in the desert. Now, in what year could women finally wear pants on the Senate floor?
Oh, well, definitely
Really?
in Hillary Clinton's time.
The Senate? Is that Australia?
Is this the US, or what are we talking?
I don't know. It's not my question, so I can't answer that.
I need to know because
the Senate. Yeah, I'd say, oh, jeez, I don't know.
What were they required to wear before that?
Dresses.
If they couldn't wear
Skirts.
pants? Oh, they make them wear
Skirts.
dresses.
But think about school. Remember, in school we always had to wear skirts. Pants were quite a recent thing.
So I'm going to say 1989.
Ash?
No. going to say 1970s.
1993. Women were allowed to wear the pants. And finally...
All right, we'll let you wear pants. Okay.
Come on, then.
Yes.
So long as we ask you for permission
Yeah,
first.
of course. A man probably made
We've
that
had a
decision.
chat and we've decided that you can wear
The
pants.
men have decided.
Yes.
Mate, I had the funniest conversation before I get on to this final question. I had the funniest conversation. I was out with a real estate agent and his wife. They were in their 60s, and I was talking about feminism, and she said, "What's feminism?" And I explained it to her, and then she looked at her husband and she said, "I'll be a feminist if you want me to be, honey." Anyway, they still exist. And finally,
Real estate agent.
In what year did the first country in the world enshrine abortion rights into its constitution?
In what country? In what year?
In what year did the first country in the world enshrine abortion rights into its constitution?
Oh, I got no idea.
2000.
Yeah.
2010.
2024 in France. So it's now part of the constitution. So it's non-debatable now
Is that right?
in France.
That's the first time ever.
That's the first time ever. So
And
there we go.
Is that Macron?
I'd say it is Macron.
It'd have to be him.
Yeah, we're having a crack at him a bit earlier on. But that's, yin and yang. But anyway.
You know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Good on you,
There you go.
Macron.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Josh Holt's been doing a great job keeping us up to date with everything Cyclone Alfie this week, and he's joining us now to bring you up to date with what's happened overnight. Good morning, Josh. What is the latest?
Good morning, guys. Well, again, Tropical Cyclone Alfie has been wreaking a bit of havoc overnight in terms of the forecast track map. It's now done another loop-the-loop, meaning it's sort of turned back over itself and wasted another good few hours, and that's pushed the landfall timing out once again. So it's like that dodgy person in a nightclub late at night that just won't leave you alone. We really want this thing
What
to
are you bringing
sort
me
of...
for?
I know. Lucky knows what I'm talking about.
I did that once to
Lucky
you,
knows what I'm
Josh.
talking about. But look, overnight we have seen those conditions really start to pick up. In fact, 7 a.m. this morning, Cape Byron saw a gust at around about 110 kilometres per hour. Overnight, we saw gusts at Coolangatta at 90 kilometres per hour. So how does the playbook look today? Well, basically what we're going to see is from around about lunchtime, those winds are really going to start to pick up around the Gold Coast and Coolangatta area. And then slowly but surely through the day, that surge of very strong winds will start to track a little bit further north, incorporating, parts of Coomera, then up through the M1 towards areas of Brisbane, and then eventually pushing into the northern areas like Redcliffe and up to Bribie. So it's a bit of a progression up the coast, if you like.
Right.
And we're looking at those winds, getting close to, 150 kilometres per hour on the coastal fringe.
Josh, we were hearing reports that it was going to be a Cat 1 by the time that it crossed, but then Lord Mayor Schrinner said just an hour ago that that's not the case, and perhaps the wrong message is getting out there. He expects it to be a Cat 2 by the time it crosses still.
Yeah, I was sort of half blowing up about this yesterday. It is really confusing for people, and I don't know why they do this. When a cyclone comes into contact with land, of course, it is going to start weakening. But as it makes landfall crossing the Bay Islands and areas like that and brushing the Gold Coast, it is still a Category 2 system with winds gusting, up towards 160 kilometres per hour. I mean, 165 kilometres per hour is a Cat 3. So, yes, it is going to weaken when it hits land. But it is going to be quite strong as it moves across the Bay Islands.
Well, I'm saying even yesterday on the Sunshine Coast, I was walking along to the point to go and look at the surf, and I saw a kid get blown over in front of me, and that was only at about 55, I think it was registered. So I'd imagine add 100 to that, and things are blowing away.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to remember, this is not the tropics of Queensland. This is southeast Queensland. So our trees, our cities, our gutters are not really built for tropical systems. So this is very different from a low-pressure system that you would have seen over the past few years. So you've got to take it very seriously indeed. Along with those really strong winds, there's the threat of the very heavy rainfall, which is going to be quite extreme as we get across the next few days as well.
Josh, I mean, for me, just in the last 12 to 24 hours, given that there has been this delay, there's maybe been a perception for right or wrong that because it's not coming or hasn't come yet, that it's not going to be as bad when it gets here. True or false?
Totally false. That's just totally incorrect. It's still going to be, a Category 2, possibly a high-end Category 2 as it crosses the coast. And today, from around about midday, we're going to see those winds pick up, as I mentioned, by about 5 p.m. this afternoon at the Gold Coast. We're really going to see things kick off. And then from late afternoon, moving up the coast through Brisbane and then further north overnight when it makes landfall.
So we shouldn't be taking our advice from the guy at Liquorland who says, it's going to be nothing.
Yeah,
I've seen storms bigger than this. Yeah, that's what I was told
depends
yesterday.
what advice you're asking him.
If he's going to find you a nice Pinot Noir, perhaps, but not cyclones.
100%.
So when is it? It's all kicking off 5 p.m. today, you reckon? 5 p.m. today?
Yeah.
What about the official crossing? Yep. What's the tracking suggest?
So, look, the official crossing, I was just looking at the latest modelling coming in. It looks like it's going to be, heading towards Brisbane or just to the north of Brisbane, possibly up around areas like Redcliffe and Bribie. And that actual landfall on the mainland looks like being, during the early hours of Saturday morning. Right. But I want to stress as well, guys, if that track changes and it goes straight in or even dips a little bit further south, that timing could be a lot sooner. So that's why everyone just needs to stay up to date.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Josh. Channel 10.
Thanks,
Josh
guys. Cheers.
Thank you, mate.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Mount Hawthorn or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
I'm smarter than I'm smarter than who?
The Brighton Answer deal is here, with one lucky person winning $100,000 off the price of their new home every month. Drop into your nearest Brighton display home today.
Okay, thank you to Brighton Homes, long-time supporters of Smarter Than Who. And this morning we're welcoming Kylie out of the Switch. What's going on, Kylie? How is it out of Ipswich this morning?
It's a lot calmer than what I thought it was going to be this morning, which is nice. So just out for a quick walk before it gets crazy, I guess.
Yeah, we just spoke to Josh Holt, and he said about 5 p.m. this afternoon it'll start to kick in, and then they're expecting it'll cross, what did he say, early tomorrow morning. So still another bloody 24 hours to go.
I know, just hurry up and happen already.
That's the way I feel too. It's just like, let's get it done so we can
Yes,
just
absolutely.
Get on with it.
Yes.
How much are we playing for this morning? Mitchell
$200.
James, $200, and you go into the draw, Kylie, for the BYD Shark 6 in the colour of your choice at the end of the year.
Amazing.
How was that?
Yeah,
How
so
was that?
good.
All right, let's go. Let's kickstart your weekend in fine style, a win in Smarter Than Who. You've got 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. By definition, what type of plants are grown in an arboretum?
Don't know.
Which comedic actor plays Shrek in the film series?
Don't know.
Leg slip, mid-on and wicket-keeper are positions in what sport? Who was Australia's first female Prime Minister?
Julia Gillard.
Spell typhoon.
TYPHOON.
Stop the clock.
Good, you got in quick.
Are we accepting that last one, David?
Yes. Very much so.
It was within the
time
limit.
Yep, absolutely.
Well done, Kylie. You finished so strong. No, you finished strong. You came home with a wet sail, as Chris Bobulus would have said back in the day.
Time
on the footy show. Time is on the wing on the footy show.
We went the distance though, I think.
Yeah. No time left on the clock. Let's bring in the Gimp.
And I know you could call for 1,000 rings.
This is Jeans.
To win cash, pride, and other things.
She's got new music.
When I lose, the prize pool goes so
it's beautiful.
Yeah, next half hour, new music, Jeans. You're going to hear it here first.
again.
One more time. Duh.
The Joker and the Camp.
Yeah, fresh music for Jeans coming up before the end of the show.
Oh, that was nice. They came in on the end of that. That was
how good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's our own Maddie, right? Can you believe it?
Yeah, Jeans.
All right. Here we go. Nikki, 30 seconds on the clock. And your time starts now. By definition, what type of plants are grown in an arboretum?
Succulents.
Which comedic actor plays Shrek in the film series?
Mike Myers.
Leg slip, mid-on, and wicket-keeper are positions
Cricket.
in what sport? Who was Australia's first female Prime Minister?
Julia Gillard.
Spell typhoon.
Typhon.
Stop the clock.
Well, snuck in again, exactly the same as Kylie. No time.
So we're
left.
accepting that?
We're accepting it. But the distance. Went the distance.
Okay, both players went the distance.
Good job, Nikki.
I don't know how you went, but I don't know how that went.
Yeah, I think Kylie felt the same.
By definition, what type of plants are grown in an arboretum? You should have seen me scrambling around trying to find out how I pronounce that little name.
I know, right?
Just before I came on here.
Arboretum. It sounds like a restaurant, a Mexican restaurant.
Doesn't sound like it should be something for plants.
Sounds like something Venus would be in. Venus is in an arboretum.
Yeah, in retrograde or
retrograde.
something. It's a tree.
I was going to say tree.
It's grown in an arboretum.
Yeah, trees, right?
Yeah.
It's very vague.
Arborist.
Yes. Okay, there's the connection. Nil all.
Right.
Legs slip, mid-on, and wicket-keeper are positions in cricket. You both got that. It's 1-1. Australia's first female Prime Minister was Julia Gillard. You both got that. It's 2-2. Spell typhoon. Typhon. You both got that. It's 3-3.
Wow.
And it came down to question 2. Which comedic actor plays Shrek in the film series? Kylie, I don't know. Nikki, Mike Myers. Mike Myers is correct. It's a 4-3 victory.
Yeah, good job,
When we
Nikki.
play on Monday.
Fun fact, Mike Myers did that whole voiceover for Shrek 1 in an Irish accent, watched it, went, nah, he's Scottish, and had to revoice the whole thing.
Really?
My dad will kill me. He loves that movie, but that's okay.
Oh, that's all right. You still get a prize. Lutzie's going to go down the cave and get you something. It's still a win.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you were playing for $200, and I think I can probably better that for you. I've got a $150 Firma Italian dining voucher. The authentic Italian cuisine located at Emporium Hotel at South Bank. We were there last week for the big end of summer party. It is magnificent there, Kylie. You're going to absolutely love it. And
Amazing.
I'll give you also a Little Red Dumpling $100 voucher. So that's our good friends at Little Red Dumplings. There you go. You've done better than $200. Well done.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I agree with Kylie from the switch we just had on Smarter Than Who. You know, she was saying, I'm over it. I just want it to come now. I just want it to arrive. I feel like that as well.
Something else.
Yeah.
Nikki, please don't take us down that way.
Come on.
We got into that earlier with the astrology. Come on. We're better than that, aren't we?
I've just got a one-track mind.
I know. What do you do? What do you do?
Hey, my
it's
video
another day of
update.
hanging around and waiting. That's what I'm saying. And dare I say it, but this has got a bit of the COVID feels to it, don't you reckon? Like, have you guys had that feeling of being cooped up at home? Did you get that yesterday? Or, at home, you're spending time with the family. Like, we had school was cancelled yesterday, and it was like, I don't know, there was this ominous sort of feeling around like there was when there was COVID.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a bit of siege mentality kind of.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yesterday I kind of felt like we had a leave pass because they said, oh, we're all right for another 24 hours. So I was kind of like, oh, happy hour.
Oh, well, that's it. Yeah. So did you get on it yesterday, Nikki? Because you were saying that you reckon that yesterday was the day for it. We got out of the house. Like, I found times I just had to go, I'm getting out of here, just go for a walk or do whatever. I drove around a bit too just to see the sights. But did you get on it yesterday? Did you give yourself a leave pass for the day?
Look, we did what would have been called a COVID party yesterday. We ended up hooking up with some friends and had a really nice evening.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
good on you.
I found a bottle shop. I also found an IGA that was open. So that was weird. It was everything was supposed to be shut. So everything wasn't quite shut down yesterday.
No.
Oh, the post office was shut though.
Today you'd be struggling to find anything though, wouldn't you? I think a shopping centre today. I think they're all done now.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know either. I think Sunshine Coast has kind of gone, we're at we're out of the danger zone.
Yeah.
We're still going to get hit, but we're out of the danger zone.
Have you been seeing people out having fun? Despite what's going on. I've seen a bit of that. I'm down on the Gold Coast. I saw a bloke skateboarding he had a
sheet.
Not a sheet, but a rubbish bag.
Right.
That he was using.
Oh, so he was getting dragged along with that.
As a sail,
That's
Nikki.
ridiculous.
And he was going with the flow.
What, a fully grown adult?
I felt like going, well, he's, I don't know, 19, 20, is that fully grown?
Yeah,
that's
fully grown.
He knew what he was doing.
I used to do that as a kid. My friends used to come over because we lived on the beach growing up at Redcliffe, and when cyclones were off the coast and it was blowing absolute hoolie, we'd take a fitted sheet down to the beach. I'd stand in one corner, put my feet in the bottom and hold the top. They'd stand in the other corner, hold the other top, and we'd take flight down the beach.
That's pretty cool.
It was great fun.
Yeah. Well,
That's what you do.
I haven't seen that, but I did see the skateboarding sailboarder, if you like. I don't advise him to try that 24 hours from now.
No, that's incredibly dangerous.
No. And I see that the other thing they've done is they've cleaned up all the line bikes. Well, a lot of them anyway. They're normally scattered all over the place. But I was wondering what they were going to do. Yeah, mate, those things in a storm, they get flung around like hay bales in a country in Western. Yeah, Did you see old mate that got caught in those scooters? They rounded up all the scooters and they left a car that was parked in there. He got boxed in.
By like 1,000 scooters.
Yeah.
He could not move. It's hilarious.
We're just about shopping centres. Mitch, is that Jenny from Bean Lee? Is there one out your way open today?
Yes, at Beanley, the Woolworths is open, the chemist is open, and the butcher's is open.
Oh, rock on.
Good on the butcher.
Till 3 o'clock.
At home?
Oh, really?
You know,
They're
like
calling stuff. Yep.
So that must be a case by case for places like Woolworths, eh? They must just decide.
Yeah. And I think they're open like where I live, which is about 10 k's out of Beanley. Woolworths is open until 3 o'clock as well.
Oh, that's good. I must say, where I went yesterday, it wasn't as if there was empty shelves either. I know we're seeing a lot of that, but there was toilet paper.
Yes.
No, we're all over it. We're match fit now. Yeah. We are match fit.
It's good.
I feel like Queenslanders have got this all in hand. Mind you, little update. My Weather Girl sketch has now hit 15.5 million views. Just thought I'd mention that.
Really?
Wow, 15.5. It's going off its nut.
That's nearly the whole population of Australia.
Yeah, close enough too.
That's nuts.
So, I walked into a cafe yesterday and she goes, "Are you Nikki, the angry reporter?" And I said, "Yes, in the flesh. Now hurry up and give me my bloody smoothie."
Yeah, free.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne's Caller of the Week.
What week are we up to?
This is number 7.
What?
Caller of the week, number 7.
I thought this was week 6.
No,
we're 7 weeks in.
Yeah, we're 7 weeks in. Yeah.
It's just flying by, isn't it? Hey, look at all the fun we're having.
The 7-week itch.
Yeah, damn
famous 7-week itch.
Well, Michael from Fitzgibbons felt that itch, Ash.
Yeah, all the way from Monday. He scored Caller of the Week from one of our first callers of the week.
Let's re-scratch it.
Sort of, falsely announcing a pregnancy, and it says, Michael, you've done it. You've done it twice to the same lady.
Yeah, 2 years apart.
Oh, Michael, I think you learned the first time, Michael. You should have learned.
I knew her when she was actually very slim lady. And when I saw her, I said, so when are you due?
And what about the second time? Like in your head, you had to go, hey, Michael, come on, last time you made a fool of yourself. Be double sure this time before you open your big mouth. Like, what happened the second time?
I think I've wiped it from the memory bank, Sash.
Yeah, that's a pretty huge error of judgment there from Michael on 2 occasions. Somehow it's paid dividends for you.
Yeah. It's like the Darwin Award in a way.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're getting a merch pack from us for being our caller of the week.
Limited.
Good things come to those who wait.
And has that changed your game? Like having experienced that, mate, do you keep your questions to yourself now when you come up against ladies that you think might be pregnant, or do you ask away?
Really not. He's on air talking.
Very much so, Ash.
Yeah. Very much so what? You keep quiet or you ask the question?
I just zip it and lip it.
Yeah, loose lip sink ships.
Welcome aboard, Nick.
The timing of that welcome is awesome.
I sink with Michael.
Mate, I got a bucket hat that I'm giving you. My famous Ash has gone fishing bucket hat.
Yep.
You wear that with pride, my friend. Limited edition.
I will.
Yeah, what would Lottie do? Stubby cooler. You've got the great towel there, Nick.
Yeah, the dry hard
Honeybees
towel.
membership.
Yep, I'll throw that in as well, buddy. Hey, you cheeky little bastard. And of course, the tote bag. Ash, Lutzy and Nikki tote bag. It's all in there, Michael. It's all in there, old son. Good on you. Congrats.
Are you all prepared, mate? Are you ready? Your Cyclone ready? You're ready for Alfie?
He's ready. Listen to him.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah.
The Ash, Lutzy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Very special friend of the show. Was it last night, I believe?
Well, the first time I ever heard of Chapel Roan was through my good friend Matty Rowe, who musically is known as Jeans. And you made some sort of announcement last night. Jeans?
Yes, I have a brand new song out, which is always really exciting. I love putting new music out. It's the best. It feels like I'm letting a child into the world.
That's good, yeah. I bet you it would feel like that. Yeah.
I love that you're interviewing musicians. You are a musician. You're still being creative. How are you fitting all of this in? Tell us about your track first. I want to hear about it.
Okay, so it was written in Brisbane at a little studio in the Valley called Studio 4000, which is home to some incredible producers, one of which is Con Kirsting, who produced Dance Monkey by Tones and I. So he works out of the studio in the Valley. This one was written with a guy named Riley Smith. He's so talented, and a local artist by the name of Stocker. So shout out to Stocker, shout out to Riley. They're just incredible local musicians. We got in the studio. It was a good vibe. We wrote this song, and I think it's pretty freaking good.
Can you tell us what it's about? Like, what's the meaning behind it? I imagine you'd write tracks that have a lot of meaning to them.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a hot mess when it comes to relationships, and I like to fall for people who are not good for me. So it's about that that kind of push and pull of a relationship. People who have cyclone brains and love the cyclonic effect of a relationship, you know?
Hey, look, it hasn't hurt Taylor Swift being a hot mess of relationships, so this seems to be the winning formula.
Well, that's it. Yeah, there's worse things to write about, apparently.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. But having said that, we wish you all the best with your relationships first and foremost.
No, I've come a long way,
as a friend.
I'm reformed now.
Okay, good.
I feel like
it's not your problem.
No,
it's other people's problems.
But the thing is, when you have a crazy brain, you write good songs. So
yeah, true.
It sucks that I'm in love now, and maybe I won't ever write a song again.
There's exclusives left, right, and centre here at the moment.
We might have to bust this new love up so that we can get some decent songs. We'll see how it goes. We can judge you on your songwriting once you're in love. Are we going to hear this new song?
Yeah.
We've got it coming up next. One thing I did see on your socials last night, you were saying, because I know you was obviously doing the shows here, talking about the Australian music, like Nikki said, but then also that you sing, and then you actually said in your post you didn't think you might not ever release another track, which surprised me because I'm just waiting for the next one.
Yeah, I know. I think as creatives and people who have passions, you go through these like roller coaster of emotions where you're like, oh, I've kind of given up, and then you go, you know what? I'll just put it out, and I'm doing it for fun, and if people like it, that's cool. And I've had some really nice messages this morning from people in the UK, from people in Germany, from Ireland saying, we've been waiting for new music from Jeans for 2 years. Where's it at? We're very excited to hear it. So it's nice when you get to have the feedback from people.
And you're global. It's not just someone from, Burleigh Heads going, that's a banging track. You've got everyone around the world dialing into your music.
Yeah, it's really special. So thank you for playing it, and thank you for supporting me always as Jeans and as Matty Rowe. You guys are the best.
Oh, by the way, when you take off, I want front row seats. Like, I want to be up against. I want to be in the mosh pit.
Obviously.
Thank you.
I want to be on cowbell. I want to be on
At
stage.
the
Oh, you could play the triangle, I think.
I can play triangle.
Yeah.
With your head. So I don't know what's in that.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I just like the visual.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Mount Hawthorn or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.